Okay, so this is the next step. So now we're section C of the installation of the wiki. So now we have the zip file, we have it saved on our computer. So the first thing you do is obviously extract that file and make sure that none of the files are damaged, which you would probably note if it was unable to unzip it. And from version 6, now all the setup is done via a GUI. So it's directly in your browser. You will not need to go to the code, and you can all do it from your page. So I'm assuming that you know how to use an FTP client. An FTP client is a program that allows you to upload files from your computer to your server. Probably the best software that I use, and I highly recommend it, is called FileZilla. So if you want, you can just look it up. I will show you. So you call it FileZilla. So it would be this one. So if you don't have a FTP client yet, then go to this site. You can download it here. It's free, and it will do exactly what you need. So, but for now, we don't have to worry about this. So here, there's one thing to note. It's possible to upload the files directly into your server root. However, there's a problem with Linux Apache servers because they have a built-in folder called icons. So if you are using a Linux Apache server and you upload the files directly into your server root, you will not see your icons. Therefore, I highly recommend that you create a new folder on your server. Let's say we call it template. You can call it media template. You can call it whatever you want, and then upload all the files there. In other words, you will have a folder in your server root, and inside that you will have the template files. And it's also good because that means you can then later on save different files on your server into different subfolders. And now you might be thinking, well, that's not a good idea because then I'll have to, when I want to go to my site, I'll have to enter that subfolder in the URL. But you don't have to worry about that. I have a script here. You can download it from here. And that script will basically redirect you from the main domain to your file. It's all explained here, so you can just read it. And even though I said it's for Linux Apache servers, I would probably recommend you do it either way because, as I said, later on you decide you want to have some other kind of stuff on your server that's not weather related. And if your files, your template files were directly in the root, it would be a problem. So you basically take the package, you take the folder that you've downloaded, it's called template, and you upload all the files to your server. And then, very important thing, before we even start the setup, you need to get the Google Maps API key. Now, the reason you have to get this before the actual setup is because in the setup you specify your position, and for that I created an interactive map where you just drag and drop a marker and you show where you're located. And for this map to work, you need this Google API key. And again, I created this PDF guide which shows you how to get that API key. So simply follow the instructions here to get the API key. Then you will see that there is a file called Google Maps key, and it's in the install directory of the template. So if you open the template file, it's going to look like this. And here we see install, and here we have the Google Maps key. And inside that, currently the key is just XXXX. So you open this text file, you enter your key there, and then you save it, and you save it on your server. So that on your server, in the install directory, this file includes your Google Maps API key. So that's this. And now we're ready to start the setup, which is done on the setup page. Now, because this is the first time we're installing this, this setup page is password protected. In other words, obviously, you don't want your users to be able to change your settings, obviously. And so you will have a password. However, because that password is specified inside this file, because this is the first time we're running it, and it doesn't find the configuration file, it will not ask you for a password. But again, don't worry, this will not be the case in the future. Once you set up this file and you create the configuration file which includes your password, it will no longer be possible to access your settings just by using that link you will have to use your password to access it. So for now, it will let me in just like that, but in the future, you will have to enter a password, and we'll get to that. I will show you how to fill in that file in the next video. Yeah, so for now, this is how you get started, and in the next video, we'll go through the setup.